say call to order. It is 6 o'clock, June 19th, calling to order a special meeting of the Tuscarora Township Parks Commission. Roll call, Alan Maves,
Present.
Pat McGinnis,
Present.
Andrew Cole,
Here.
Stacy Cole, here. Comments on the agenda?
None.
Nope.
Can I have a motion to approve the agenda?
I make that motion.
And I'll second.
All in favor? Aye.
All right.
All right, so we need to appoint a new acting chair.
I make a motion to appoint Stacy as the new acting chair.
I will second that motion.
Now, do I have to accept? Is that how we do that? Sorry.
Any opposed?
Anybody opposed to that?
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Madam Chair, it's all yours.
Keep going, girl.
Now we need to appoint a new acting treasurer.
I will make,
okay, go-
okay, you do that. You get revenge.
I make a motion to appoint Alan Maves as our new acting treasurer.
And I will second that.
Okay, time for discussion.
Okay,
Why is that necessary?
It's just a holding position. We've got two more people we expect to have on the board real soon.
I know,
And
but
then
what does the treasurer do?
nothing,
Exactly.
Nothing,
So why
but-
is that?
because the
Well-
law requires.
Oh,
Yes.
okay,
The
okay,
law
okay.
requires
I didn't
to have a
understand
treasurer.
that
They do not do anything,
because all the work goes.
because that's the only job I'm really capable to fill.
Well, I'll accept that position.
Yeah.
okay, so all in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Okay, Alan Mays will now be our new acting treasurer. Okay, Green Dock Porta John.
Okay, I mentioned or I sent an email, let me back up. We've had a number of complaints, legitimate complaints, on Facebook and social media about the Porta-John being missing or removed from the green docks. If I am correct, the chief, Jeff Johnson, Doug went out once, I went out and we looked, we did not see the mess there that was claimed to be there. Doug, what about the damage to the Porta-John?
I mean, when we left it, we locked it up for the winter. They tore the door, bent the door to the point that they were able to step through it, the aluminum frame, bent it open wide enough to get in there and use it while they were locked up with garbage cans stored in there. So, I mean, it was obvious that they weren't open for use.
Would it be possible to put a bigger garbage can or something near there that they could stuff pizza boxes in?
There's 5 garbage cans down there now.
Yeah, they're on the
There's
dock
one
side
right
of the,
next to the door of
Okay.
the Porta-John.
and it will take a pizza box.
Yep, it's
Okay.
a 55-gallon drum that will do that. Yeah. it's
Has
what-
Chosky been in touch with you about putting a new one or a replacement there?
No, nobody yet, but I know there was gonna be $125 a week to have it pumped 3 times like ours is. The one is ours, and that's $90 to have it pumped 3 times a week. So when you run that all around, for as long as it's there, you're at about $2,500 that it costs to have that there. And just another question to throw out there, how many restrooms are we required to provide? We provide 3, 4 on the water. When we put the Porta-John, or the Porta-John back there, it would be 4.
My
In our
understanding,
township.
and I'm not the legal expert, is with the sewer line going through there, as soon as that's operational, we either have to build a bathroom or get rid of the Porta-John.
I
So-
think we could still have Porta-Johns there, we couldn't put a vault there.
Okay,
Right.
That would be the difference in
Okay.
that. But even with what we have down there, when we went to, that originally started, it was 1 time a week they were cleaned. Then we went to 3 times a week getting them cleaned. we clean them daily in between as well to try to keep up with them. And we still receive complaints about how nasty they are. I mean, we were challenged with a budget that they wanted us to cut something out of. What is lower hanging fruit than those Porta Johns that we can cut? I mean, if we can't make a reduction there to save funds, that isn't really doing anything detrimental to the community because we provide them 3 other places the same services, then where are we going to cut any money from the parks budget to try and?
I agree with you, and as my understanding at the meeting where we voted to remove it because the vandalism and the damage, that there were other resources, and because of the pushback, and they've got a legitimate complaint
They
on
do.
social media. It's something that people are used to having there, and they plan on stopping to use it, and
Yeah, but sometimes plans have to change. When you destroy something that isn't a right, it's a privilege, it tends to get taken away.
that's
If we
why
put
I.
it back there with no recourse or accountability, what
I,
message are
I
we
recommended
sending?
having a sign made in discussion with the township supervisor, that we have a sign that says if you abuse it, you're gonna lose it.
Yeah, I mean, everything that we do every year, our maintenance costs are going increasingly higher and higher. When I started, we dumped a dumpster once a week, all summer long. It's now twice a week, and last year they sent me 2 letters telling me that they were considering making us go to a 3rd dump during our busier times, because we'd have so much piled around it. And like I say, my Porta Johns, they were once a week, now everything's ramped up. It just, everything is, we have so many more people in town using things, and we don't have any more funds, so somewhere we have to draw the point where things have to start to go away. I know they're used to the bathrooms down there, but at some point, we gotta look internal. And the people that are complaining, are they the taxpayers? Or are they people that are here visiting for the weekend?
I do know that the one lady who made the post, she is from here. I don't know if she
Okay.
lives in Tuscarora
I
Township.
just-
I do know she's from here. My response to all of those people complaining about it was Tuscarora Parks Commission meets the first Tuesday of every month at 6 o'clock at the Tuscarora Township Hall. If you have suggestions or concerns, please come and share them with us. If you have solutions.
Okay, with you having said that, I would like to make a motion to table this whole Porta John stuff until the next meeting, when we have the people who are on social media expressing a concern. Let them be here, let them notify us as to the concerns, and handle it at that time.
Okay, any discussion on that before we,
Well, we need a second, but I
Right.
do have discussion.
okay, I mean, I would
We have to
second,
have the second before the discussion.
okay, sorry, I would second that.
Okay, discussion is, it's not only social media. We've had complaints from the police department, my understanding.
My question with that
At
is,
what, let me finish, Andrew,
Okay.
I'm sorry. Also, where they're supposedly
Defecating.
crapping, yeah, whatever,
Defecating.
yeah, yeah, there you go, thank you, is private property, it's golf course property.
Okay, responding to that, those complaints were made and referred to the police, but Chief Temple and John Jefferson, and Doug went out there and found, and I went out there.
And there's no.
There's no evidence of any of
It's
that.
so very minimal. Any of the state, when you go out in the Pigeon, you go to a campsite, you will find as much
Yes,
debris
yes. And they'll do it one time, because they're gonna get poison ivy though.
Right, I mean,
Well, and
yes.
even then, if it becomes an issue that the police are watching, then they need to be
Right.
citing
I
them for
mean,
it. It's not our
everybody's
job
asking
to.
us
I
to
agree with
react to
that.
something that has not happened yet.
Yeah, that was one of those urban myths, if
Yep.
nothing
Yep.
else.
Okay, thank you.
Andrew, you had something?
Can I comment, or is that inappropriate?
Sure, go ahead.
Yeah,
Just, cause I've read the same. social-
Excuse me, your name is?
Brian,
Brian.
That's what I thought, just wanted to be sure.
yeah. So I've read the same social media posts, and it's a handful of people, and I get it. If, I think it'd be nice to have a restroom there. However, if it's not financially, if we don't have the funding to pay for having a.
It's taxing,
Yeah,
yes.
it's expensive, and honestly, it's placed, there's a courtesy, there's no requirement. And I get the argument on both sides, you know, I try to, you know, put other people's shoes on when I look at stuff like this. There's literally a public restroom a 5-minute walk away in town, right next to the Chamber of Commerce. If someone has to use the restroom that badly, I have bad knees, and I'm in my 50s, and it only takes me 5 minutes to walk, probably less than 5 minutes to walk to those restrooms.
Yeah, we have them at the beach, we have them
Right.
at the boat launch, and we have them at the,
Right, I
According
mean,
to the
the
sign by the
township
Red
is-
Barn, it's 3 minutes.
yes.
So I get that some people want it there. I don't know that you guys need to be in a hurry to throw another one back up. Let it sit for a while and see if the complaints continue.
How it plays out.
You know, they may just go away, or it may be occasional.
What-
People are always gonna complain on social media. How many folks are coming into the township hall here or calling up here and formally complaining? Probably a lot less. It's easy to complain about stuff on social media. And you're right, is it all residents, or is it people on that page that just wanna complain about stuff? I know some of them are residents because I recognize some of them, but, you know, I don't know, it's just my opinion. I'm not invested there, like I'm an outsider looking in. Yeah, it's nice to have, it'd be nice to have, personally, I don't like using the Porta John unless it's an emergency.
Right.
Especially if they're nasty, I'm not gonna use it, I'm gonna walk to where there's a better
That's where
restroom.
I'm at.
And
as-
this one does get nasty.
No, I
mean,
know.
And as Andrew said, that it's a privilege, not a right.
Exactly.
And they've
Abused the
abused
privilege.
that privilege. Unfortunately, it's probably only a few, and so, but the few ruin it for the rest.
Different if you had a room full of people here right now demanding that there be a restroom there.
Right. I do know that some people said they were going to try to come to that next meeting, because like I said, I'm just at the point where if they complain, this is when our meetings are.
Yeah.
Please come and give us your concerns and or suggestions.
I
So-
can see,
Would I don't know, would another sign up there say there's bathroom facilities, a 5-minute walk?
I mean, yeah, I thought the same thing, Alan, like if I put one at the bridge, the bathroom's top of the stairs, across the street or something, just like a restrooms directional sign.
Yeah,
so that
yeah,
people
yeah, that's all you
could
need.
see that to get them moving that way. One at the beach that, you know, it says, and I'll put some cleats so you can tie your boat up temporarily, you know, to ride over, and if I put like 3 sets of cleats there, people could tie up. But then the next thing is we're gonna have the issue that people are gonna tie up there and not
No, not
wanna
use the
spend the
restroom.
day, you know what I mean?
Right.
Yep.
You'll pull up and use the pavilion and grill and.
No, we don't want, no, I'm not saying that.
So,
at
I
the
mean,
beach.
yeah, I've looked at lots of different options on
Yeah,
it, but.
no, I wouldn't,
The one
no.
at the beach, that's why I've always come up with that one was, if we put cleats there, people are gonna dock.
No, we don't
that.
want cleats
Yeah.
there, no.
So,
What were you wanting to say, Andrew? Did you have something? Okay.
Well, closing note on the discussion is, my wife and I have been to New York City, and we've spent hours trying to find a public restroom, and you can't find them. So, as we said, we've got restrooms in this building, we've got them across the street, and you can get to them within 5 minutes from anywhere in Indian River.
I agree.
And a lot of people know they're there, cause I see people walk up there, cross the street, use them, and then start hiking back over.
Oh, yeah, those
So,
ones
they
down
know
there
that they-
get used a lot. There's a lot of use there.
So
Okay,
we have a
so
motion and a second?
The motion is to hold off until our next meeting,
Correct.
and was seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? Okay,
Carries, passes.
motion carried, so we will discuss that. That will be on our agenda for next meeting, which is July 1st. Okay,
Public
public
comments.
comments?
Well, I already heard from Brian.
Yeah.
Okay, board comments?
Yeah, I have one. I know Brian has an application in. I'm hoping that you will be willing to continue that and come on this board.
If I wasn't interested in helping out, I wouldn't have.
You wouldn't have
Yeah,
done
I
it.
wouldn't have. No.
Motion to do.
Okay.
Any other board?
Well, I had a question. So we know we have the application from Brian, that has to wait until our next meeting for us to discuss it, is that correct?
Correct.
That's correct.
Okay, so I make,
Because
okay,
you didn't
I'm not sure
list
that,
it.
how that works, actually, whether,
We will vote on it at the next meeting and it's effective
Okay.
immediately.
okay, perfect.
You hear that?
okay, so can I
Be
get a
ready.
motion?
I think, doesn't it have to go to the township
So I
board?
thought it had to go to the township
Well,
board.
I
it
think it
goes to
has-
them, but as far as the parks,
We have to give our recommendation
And then
to
the-
Then
them.
it goes.
Okay.
Right, and then they have
And they
to
will.
approve it.
Okay,
I do
you're
have
correct,
a
Andrew.
question, comment. Did anybody get a chance to look at what the adjusted budget looks
That's
like?
after this meeting.
Well, I know,
But
but did anybody
first
get a
to look
heads
at
up
it
to
first.
look at it before?
I received the email at 8:30 last night.
Okay.
But I couldn't print it off. I did ask them to print it off for me, but I don't have it yet.
Okay, I was just curious.
I will tell you this, Doug,
It's probably, it was
part
just
of your,
amended, but-
part of our budget is going to cemetery
Yep,
and a couple other places.
yeah, I knew that was what they were doing, I just wanted to,
Yep,
Okay,
it's always nice to have a.
which is nice. It
It's
takes-
the way it used to be, that's the
I
way
know,
it
I
should
know,
have been
it's-
always.
I think it's more work,
For me,
yeah.
yeah, but that's not a
But you're a
problem, I
supervisor
understand
now.
that. Yeah, I understand that, I mean, I was willing to do that all along, the whole time, it just was, it's kinda like all of it just comes, it comes right back.
Oh,
It's
the
part
boat
of it.
launch too. Part of your salary is going to the boat launch too,
Oh,
or
yeah,
part
because-
of
yeah,
our
we-
maintenance is
Yeah,
going.
we can recover that, and we also can lease them our land, and I didn't know that, and so there's a lot of that, I learned a lot.
There is
in
a
that.
lot, yes.
all right.
That
Can I
was
have
it, that was all.
a
I
motion
got.
to adjourn?
I'll make that motion.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye. We had a damn good meeting.
I was gonna say, look at that.